So it seems only right then that we have a look at the Casa do Dia this morning, which comes to us thankfully from Pure Portugal, our friends at Pure Portugal. And let me share some visuals with you for this. It's Strawbale Project. Now, whenever I hear of Strawbale Project, I immediately think of the Three Little Pigs, which I shouldn't do, because I guess the moral of the tale there is that you don't build a house with straw, build one of stone, which is such a very old-fashioned view. If you consider what's going on at this Strawbale project in Fornos de Algodres, I think that would be Fornos de Algodres in Guarda, the Guarda district of Portugal, which you'll find, if we go back out to our weather pages and we scroll down a little, you'll see the districts of Portugal there. And if you're not seeing this, if you're hearing it on the podcast, for example, if you start with Aveiro on the coast, 2/3 up, just over 2/3 up, and then work your way east, you'll go through Viseu, and then you'll get to Guarda. A lot of expats and a lot of the kind of more off-griddy, hippie-ish types of expats and explorers and settlers, immigrants in Portugal, like the central Portugal area, which is often Coimbra district, and then Castelo Branco as well. But to the northeast of Coimbra and to the north of Castelo Branco, you see there Guarda, just to put this into perspective for you. There's the district map. So let's go back then to the property in question, 3-hectare farm with permission for 3-bed timber frame straw bale house. Now, that's a good thing, because if the permission's already been obtained, that's going to save you a lot of work and stress and heartache. Because it does happen. I mean, you can get permission, but these processes can be lengthy and uncharted territory. So necessarily a little bit stressful and difficult at times, and you have to be patient. But then again, as I've said before, that's probably what you've come here for, is to be a bit more mindful and patient and easygoing and chill out a bit. So that's a perfect opportunity whenever you encounter any administrative functions of the government here. Gives you the perfect opportunity to take a chill pill and breathe out and take it easy. So property description here of this one, the Strawbale project, beautiful 3-hectare farm with planning permission for a 3-bedroom timber frame straw bale house with 30 square meter extension after completion. The build can begin at any time according to the details here. There is also a 20 square meter utility block with compost toilet, bath, shower, washing machine and chest freezer. I always think that's a funny phrase, isn't it? A chest freezer. Come into the hot weather and you end up having a frozen chest. Rainwater harvesting system, excellent for your irrigation. 40,000 litres of water storage capacity, blimmin' heck, and 80 square metres roundwood timber frame caravan barn with large kitchen, fridge freezer included, and dining area. And I'll show you the pictures of that in just a moment. This includes a large Buccaneer Superstar caravan with a wood burner. A Buccaneer Superstar. That sounds like Pirates of the Caribbean or something, doesn't it? Johnny Depp might jump out any minute. The caravan barn has 7,000... Oh, what's that? Frostmalt rainwater harvesting tank. Oh, I guess that's a brand of a rainwater harvesting tank. Perfect for someone to move into immediately. This is your off-gridder market, obviously. We feature all kinds of properties here on the Good Morning Portugal radio show. James Bond style glass and metal pads down there in the Algarve, and off-gridders like this one. All of life, all kinds of living are here and possible in Portugal. 2 hectares of mixed woodland, cherry, oak, chestnut, pine, and eucalyptus, and just under 1 hectare of pasture bordering a stream. Oh, its own stream with 3 wells and year-round water. That's worth considering and knowing, isn't it? Because you can think, oh, that's got a nice stream. Then come July, August, and September, the creek has run dry. So you've got year-round water here. One with the original mechanism that would have been drawn with a mule. Nora. Now, was that the name of the original mule? Nora? Name of a lawyer in a film I watched last night with Scarlett Johansson. A gripping and slightly dismal tale, but developed my compassion for humanity last night and the crazy games we play. But that is a massive distraction. I'm just remembering that the lawyer in that was called Nora, as was the mule featured in this property description here for some reason. To have water all year, which provides an abundant supply. Sorry, I'm completely ruined the meaning of that sentence by going off into telling you what film I watched last night. The marriage game, possibly. Very good. The wells have buried pipe which feeds a 33,000 litres, big numbers here, aren't there, at the top of the land, which means the garden taps are gravity-fed. Excellent. I imagine you get some pressure from 33,000 litres of water at the top of your garden. Included is a Honda high-altitude pump. The land is perfectly suited for a water retention scheme owing to a fair weather spring. There is also an old open granite water tank. Oh, you could use that as a little plunge pool, couldn't you? With granite posts leading to the Nora well. Oh, I see. Learn something every day. Every day is a school day here on Good Morning Portugal. A Nora well is perhaps a well that has a mule driving the mechanism. Didn't know that. A beautiful historical feature, it says. There is a small new food forest with a range of fruit trees and berry bushes and a large productive permaculture garden that provided a substantial amount of the family's food last year. That's awesome, isn't it? There is a secure area with a chicken coop. Back to coops a little bit later on. I've learned how to spell coop correctly as it is spelled there. And I'll tell you more about that in a little while. Duck pond and a dog kennel. There are 2 entrances to the land with a possibility of making a new one at the bottom of the site, one onto a tarmac road, one onto a council main track. An amazing solar array. I won't go into all the details of that because I imagine that's above most of our heads. See what I did there? Located in a secluded but easily accessible valley with a mix of both British and Portuguese neighbours, the valley consists of a community of independent farms. This is the interesting bit. This is where you might feel that you are off-grid but still connected. I think there can be isolation issues if you rush into the off-grid dream and you think, this is great, no one to bother me. Then after a while, oh my goodness, I'm really alone. That's fine for some people. But it sounds as though this is an area where you can get the company you might want at times and the cooperation, the collaboration, etc., and the sense of community, and still have your own independence, okay? The valley consists of a community of independent farms who regularly work and socialize together. There you go. It sounds like an Amish community, doesn't it? There's a focus on, I bet they share fresh lemonade on a hot summer's day. There's a focus on eco-builds, permaculture, natural medicine, and natural horsemanship. There's also a roundhouse on a neighboring farm available for hire as an event venue. The valley is a no hunting zone. It is priced for a quick sale. I'll tell you the price in just a moment. A 5-minute drive to the village of Algodrej. 15 minutes to the town of Fornos de Algodrej with all amenities, including bus, train stations, and motorway access. It's very good to have a train station nearby. 1.5 hours from the coast, 2 hours to Porto, and close to the Serra de Estrela Mountains with winter ski slopes. I saw those from the shopping centre in Viseu. You can see Serra de Estrela, and from the Gelado shopping centre. That's ice cream, isn't it? Something like that. Anyway, it's a frozen shopping centre where you can have this beautiful view. And the day I went with the kids, snow-capped mountains of the Serra de Estrela and the winter ski slopes that I mentioned here. If you're searching for a ready to move into off-grid property, then this could be your ticket to start living the good life, complete with a small flock of chickens. There's the map. And we'll zoom out to show you that Viseu is there with the aforementioned shopping centre of ice or ice creams or frozenness, and Guarda over there to your east, southeast. Southeast? Yes, to the southeast. Gouvier is, I mentioned a property there only on Monday, I think, to the south. Let's zoom out a little bit more to give you a perspective, because you have the Spanish border to the east there, of course, as well. Aveiro over to your west there, the western coast, obviously, of the Atlantic. And we'll keep zooming out and you'll get to see, look, Porto is there and Lisboa is there. And Madrid you could visit as well, Toledo, Ciudad Real, and yeah, Bilbao just up, and Leon. Pretty well placed for traveling from that site as well. But you're not going to want to do that for a while, are you? You're going to want to stay and enjoy this place. We haven't looked at the pictures yet. 75,000 euros priced for a quick sale. Let's step through the pics now. Imagine that's a big water tank there, right? And here's some of your land and the aforementioned Buccaneer caravan. And I like this interior view. Look, the caravan's been integrally built into a decking area. which I imagine that is beautiful on a hot, sunny day. That bit of shade there, you sat in the shade when you're experiencing the sense of heat and intensity of the sun. Absolutely lovely. Interior shot of your kitchen there. And oh, there's your Buccaneer, inside your Buccaneer. It's a very lush caravan, showman's caravan, isn't it? Look at that. And I'm not sure. Oh, that's the one of the interiors of the Strawbale construction, isn't it? Didn't say much about Strawbale, did we? But as I understand it, a fabulous material, obviously well insulated, great material for building, and local and probably fairly affordable. You don't have to be importing straw from very far if you live in rural Portugal. With this Strawbale house. Oh, the permission is for Strawbale. I don't know if that's cob or Strawbale that we're looking at there, but there's a nice exterior shot with those rather fine telegraph poles for columns as well. There's some solar for you, and your garden. A rather orderly and nice looking garden, isn't it? Your veg beds there. Some of the produce from the said garden. And look at that open vista. And the big skies of Portugal above you, the big blue skies of Portugal above you. Plenty of land, and there's the stream, which as a child, I would have loved to paddle and mess about in, and still as a grown man would probably like to do that as well. So there you go, 3 hectare farm with permission for 3-bedroom timber frame Strawbale house. So much of the work has been done here already. 75 grand, 75,000 euros. Amazing. Great value, great place. And I think Guarda is getting more and more of a reputation for off-gridding. You know, like I said, traditionally, central Portugal has been a place for a lot of settlers, Castelo Branco. But then look, further to your north, you're finding Guarda here and some gems like this property. Pure Portugal, KBL 75 is the reference for this one if you want to know more or indeed make an offer on that lovely property. So before I leave you today on the Good Morning Portugal radio show, podcast, YouTube channel, that's where all the Casa do Dias end up, actually, incidentally. All the properties I look at end up on the YouTube channel that we have. And do send me details of your property if you want me to step through it. I am developing it as a commercial service to help you sell your property and to attract interest in your property. And I've got to say, it's going pretty well. And I'm willing and able and interested in traveling as well to people's properties and doing some of these videos. A little bit through the keyhole, I suppose, but don't worry, not like that entirely. A bit of place in the sun. My usual and personal shtick and opinion and sharing and celebration of Portugal and the properties herein is what I'd love to do. So if you want me to visit your property and do one from the, not do one, that doesn't sound right, does it? And to deliver a property feature from your property, do let me know, or we can do it the way we normally do it on the show, which is to step through the pictures and give a bit of commentary and context and celebrate the wonders of your property proposition.